Hello people, greetings. Have you ever wanted to install an older operating system for nostalgia, or perhaps because the newer ones just aren't good enough for you? Well, you can with a thing called VirtualBox. And today I'll show you how. As you can see here, we have VirtualBox. This is a program that can basically make an operating system inside an operating system. As you can see, we have Windows 10 here, and today we are going to make a virtual machine and fill it with Windows 7. Here you're going to click New and then name it, let's say Windows 7, because it's going to be a 7. Now you're going to match this one with your ISO that you have already had. So if you downloaded Windows 7 with a 32-bit, so you're going to click 32-bit right here. But we downloaded a 64-bit version, so we're going to pick 64-bit and click Next. Now we are told to choose the memory size. So the memory size is basically how much RAM that you wanted to give to the guest operating system. So if say you had a 8 gigs of RAM here, as you can see we have 8 gigs. You wanted to use approximately 4 to maybe 2 to 4 gigs of RAM for this operating system, because you don't want to max out your RAM here, because that will slow up your parent operating system and probably damage your machine. So here we are setting it to 4096 or 4 gigs of RAM. It should do enough. Then we hit Next. So here we are told to make a hard disk. So we don't have one yet. We're gonna make one now. Create a virtual hard disk now. Create. And here we are told to choose the file type. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, but for today we're gonna use VirtualBox disk image. Now, here we are told to choose the storage on physical hard disk. So as you can see, we're choosing a dynamically located storage rather than a fixed size, because a dynamically storage is how do you do it? Basically, if you fill it up, it will go into your hard disk, and if you clean it up, it will go away from your hard disk. So it only uses storage whenever it needs to use storage. Meanwhile, a fixed size means that if you make a 32 gig virtual storage, that 32 gigs will go away. So you will have less space, whether or not you store the files on that particular virtual hard disk. It doesn't matter. It will still take up 32 gigs of memory. So here we are choosing the dynamically located one. And here we are choosing the default saving route, file location here. You can save it somewhere else, but I don't want to change it. Here you can set the size for your operating system. As you can see, we're doing 32 gigs. And there, your operating system, well, not really, your virtual machine is here. Now, this will not boot up, because as you can see, it's empty. There's nothing yet. So we're going to settings, and then we go to storage, and you can see this. There's this little disk thing that's our main storage. You go here and choose or create a virtual optical disk. And then you search for your ISO file. As you can see, I already have it here, but if you don't see it, you can go here and click add, and then you can search it by yourself. I'm just gonna choose this and click choose. It's there now. As you can see, Windows 7, Surface Pack 1, Ultimate 64-bit, and press OK. And now we press start. It will take a while. Be patient. There, as you can see, here's the Windows. I mean, Windows for the Windows. Then I'll magnify for you. Here, Windows is loading files. Let's go full screen so that we can get a better view. As you can see, it's starting Windows. Now, here you can see the install Windows box. Windows 7 here. Here you can choose what language you want to install, what time and currency format you want to have, what keyboard layout you want to have. We're just going to go with the default one. Next, and press install now. Now, as you can see, we have two steps here. First is collecting information. Basically, Windows asks you what you want to have and what you want to use. Second is to actually install the Windows. So we're choosing Professional because generally it supports more RAM and it performs better than the Home Basic and Premium version of Windows. But that won't matter because we already put 4 gigs in it. So yeah, press next, and then we have the license term. You can read it if you want to. I sure will not read this. Tick I accept the license terms, and then here you don't want to go upgrade because this will only work if you go and install this on a bootable USB drive, and you want to go downgrade or maybe upgrade to Windows 7. So we're going custom, and here we can see that our 32 gigs of storage showing up here. Disk 0. And then you click that and then press next. As you can see now, it is copying Windows files, it's expanding Windows files. It's gonna install the features, updates, and all of that stuff. It's gonna take a while, so yeah. Grab a coffee or a tea if you like me. Yeah, we're gonna wait. There you go. That is how to install Windows 7 on a virtual machine. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I sure as well enjoyed doing it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.